Okay, Founders Field Notes, episode number 9. Hello, I hope you're all good. I'm alright, I'm hanging in there. I've been very busy, very productive actually. I've been on a bit of a tear recently, which is weird. It's a bit weird, because I think I was experiencing a bit of burnout, but I seem to have kind of like turned a corner, and I'm getting out of bed early in the morning, waking up before my alarm, hitting it pretty hard. The only thing is, I get to like, because I'm starting at like 6:30, I'm getting to I'm getting to like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and just like just crashing, and I can't drink that much coffee. Like, I can't drink coffee in the afternoon because it kind of fucks with my sleep. So anyway, boring stuff. You don't care about this. What's going on with Life Coach AI? Right, so the beta group launched yesterday. We had 17 logins into the app, which is pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. I was expecting way less. I was expecting single digits. So a pretty good start, I would say. Now, I know those numbers don't sound particularly exciting to a lot of people, but I understand better than anyone that you just got to start small, man. You only need one customer to get started, right, with business. So I'm pretty happy. I can work with that, right? And we can grow that. From now on, it looks like, so my goal over this quarter was to get 500 users. That's a pretty aggressive goal. So obviously I'm creating these like YouTube videos, I'm posting on Instagram regularly, and that's essentially all I'm doing. And so I have to get a little bit more creative, I think, with reaching people. I also note that I'm not really talking about Life Coach that much on my like social media platforms and stuff. Social media platforms, just Instagram. So I think I'm going to leverage a bit of LinkedIn, because that's a little bit more, you can talk about your business there, and I think it might be a little bit more appropriate for that. So I'm going to add LinkedIn, and I'm just going to start using it and nurturing it a little bit. And then I'm just going to have to try and stay in contact with everyone who's in the beta group somehow, and keep them going. We have had some exciting stuff happening behind the scenes. I had a meeting the other day with someone who's in the tech space, and they gave some good guidance. We're talking about like niching it in even more. And we're talking about getting some meetings in with people who have, raised capital for big companies like this in the past. Or not big companies like this, but raised capital, lots of capital, and taken companies big in the past. So, because obviously we're very, very, very small. But that's what's going on. So essentially it's kind of like looking a lot like a to-do list for me. The difficulty comes with trying to do all this personal brand stuff when you have so much other stuff to do, right? So like Skyline has gotten a little bit quiet recently. There's something going on in the UK. I don't know if this is everyone's experience if you're in business, but it's my experience anyway, and a lot of people I know are having a similar experience. There's something going on in the UK where everything's getting a bit tight. Do you know what I mean? Like, so this is the quietest that Skyline has been in quite a while. And although we've got like 20 plus customers, there's only like 3 jobs going on at the moment, 3 or 4 jobs. Everything's very slow to get across the line, and no one seems to be doing a lot. So I'm working really hard on that, trying to like essentially stuff a load of stuff in the top of that funnel. But then I've got to not get distracted away from Life Coach, because there's a lot of work that he's doing there. So, and a lot of that is like online stuff, which I'm not that familiar with. I know I have to build out my ecosystem a little bit, and I need to follow some of Ollie Carson. Shout out my man Ollie Carson. I need to follow some of his stuff for that, and he has said to me a couple of times now, look, you need to do this. But it's a weird one, right? Because when I do my social media stuff, I'm not selling. I'm just trying to put myself out there. Do you know what I mean? So, and I guess now I'm at the point where I'm kind of asking people to do something. I'm trying to funnel people along to Life Coach. So it's just a weird position to be in. I've never done startup stuff before. If this was another business, like let's say this was a building firm, well then I know what I've got to do. I've got to find projects. You know, I've got to find customers who want to buy it. And with a startup, it's slightly different because you're just finding potential users to give you feedback. I guess it's not that different, but maybe I'm looking at it through the wrong lens. Anyway, thinking out loud here. So that's what's going on there. Things are ticking on pretty well with the property business. I've got another investor meeting. I've had two big investors come to the table, and they're sort of, I think they're looks like they're ready to make an investment. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not pushing them. You know, like, this is the thing. The way I do sales is not by doing sales. To be honest, I make contacts with people, and I get friendly with them. Because if I like them, right? And then if they want to do business, then I'm happy to do business. That's how I like to do it, really. I'm not very pushy. Could I be pushier? Yeah. Do I feel comfortable doing that? I'm not really sure. Do you know what I mean? It's a weird one. I don't like being sold to. So, but then no one does. This is quite common. People don't like being salesy, do they? But then, you know, what I've learned with Skyline Fire Stopping is there's nothing wrong with doing it as long as you're like super upfront about it. So, for example, if I'm in a meeting with a big contractor and we want to work with them, then I will literally just say, look, what have I got to do to get a PO? Like, I want to work with you. I want to do all the fire stopping. Come on, give us the job. You know, like I'll literally just do that. So maybe I need to take that approach a little bit with the investors and with a life coach as well. So that's it. Yeah, it's kind of like it's trickling on now. Hopefully, it's all systems go, and nothing's going to really like stop us or slow us down now. But you're going to see me posting a lot about it and talking a lot about it because it is my sort of it's one of my top priorities. One of my top 3 priorities. So the coaching business obviously has all kind of like, I put that to one side, and I've got an idea for how to run that from now on. But essentially, it's not going to take much time or bandwidth from me. But the property business, Skyline, and life coach, you know, essentially, I need to manage my energy so that all of these can be a priority. Because I believe in all of them, and I think they all serve each other well, and I care about all of them, to be honest. There's not one of these companies that I don't really care about. It's like I want them all to do well, and I think I can do it. I know that some people are like, oh, I should just pick one and go all in. Man, I don't know. I don't have much else going on in my life. You know what I mean? I don't have kids. I've got a few hobbies, but essentially this is what I want to do. I want to build businesses, and I want to be successful. So I'm going to put all my time and energy into these businesses and see how far I can take it. What else to update you with? Let me give you a brief, I'll give you a brief life update while we're on it as well. No, I won't. Actually, I'm going to save that for Sunday's video. I'm trying to get better at the habit of taking my camera with me and filming bits so that I can compile like decent documented videos. In the past, I think I've been guilty of like trying to create videos, and actually what I'm going to try and do now is just document everything. So it's less about like trying to create something and more about just showing the reality. So that's the reality right now. I spent all day sat in the office and just I've probably sent about 100 emails today. So I'm being very productive. I've just got to keep it up. I've got to keep my momentum up, right? I can't lose my momentum now. So we'll see how we do. I have already sort of been quite careful because I realised that this it's not sustainable to do what I'm doing right now for long periods of time. So I have little programmed breaks. So I had a little one this morning, went for a coffee and a cigar, and then Friday, the weather's supposed to be really nice Friday, so I'm probably going to knock off early-ish, after lunch, and have Friday afternoon, if nothing comes up, right? But yeah, all good. Right. Thanks for the support. You know I appreciate you. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you are. I have 995 followers. I'm 5 away from 1,000. So if you're not following me on Instagram, head over to there, give me a follow. It's Tom Ford Online. And I will see you on Sunday in the next video. Cheers, guys.